Hey y'all, so sitting out here by my beehives, talked about, well, what happened to the bees? What happened to the bees? Well, freaking slugs. I'm sitting in the grass. Clyde, don't do that. And um, stop, and over there. So I told you it was gonna be one hit wonders. Whatever happens, it happens because it's life. I'm not good at editing and I'm whatever, you get it. So that was a slug I was just stomping. Actually, it was a snail. I stand corrected. It had a shell. It is nasty. I'm so tired of them. So I'm grumpy. I'll tell you why, because I just planted some more, planted some honeydew, and they ate it all in 2.5 days. Ate it all. It's all gone. And they were like this big. Anyway, so I'm grumpy. Anyway, so since I'm so grumpy, I decided to come sit out here by the bees. Do you see anything flying around? No. So, the bee story. Some of you have said, oh my gosh, are you ever going to say something about the bees? What happened with the bees? So, 2 seasons ago, no, this is now 3 seasons ago, we got beehives. Super excited. That was going to be like basically our first venture, right? Bees should be easy. We can catch a swarm. We were in prime swarm season. Anyway, didn't get one the first season. That sucked. So we took care of the trees and everything that had been neglected. Second season, we had so many bees around here. Our trees were vibrating. Like, it was cool. Like, super cool. And then we go to the next tree, and then we'd see it vibrating just with millions of bees. We're like, we're going to catch a swarm. We're going to catch a swarm. We're doing all the things. We're putting up all these bags and boxes and things and leaving these ones to, putting the lemongrass in it and little drops, not big drops. You're doing this, doing that. We're watching all the Ubity Boob videos. We're doing all the things. We're like, we're gonna catch a swarm. It's gonna be fantastic. Woo! We didn't. So, anyway, come end of October of last year, we were moving some wood, and oh my gosh, there's a hive. We see it. Clyde is trying to back me up from it because he had just got stung. He stuck his snoot in it, and bees came out and pow, pow. And so he was trying to protect Mama. And Ryan's like, careful, they're over there. I already got stung. And I'm like, I got this. I'm a bee charmer. I don't know this. I could just be full of crap. Let's just be real honest. So I keep watching, and it turns cold, and I'm making sure, things are protected. I'm like, right, you did not move any other wood. You were good about it. You took care of it all, right? Like, you left it alone. Let the bees do what bees do, because they know better than we do. And he's like, absolutely. I left it alone. Well, winter came, and I didn't really see any signs of bees, so I'm like, okay, just be okay. Just be okay. So it started raining, and, the seasons changed, and I'm watching. Nothing. A couple of days of sunshine, and I see bees out but do I see any movement from there? No, not a one. And I go stomping in. I'm like, are you sure you didn't move any wood? He's like, I might have moved one or two pieces. One or two pieces? Are you serious? I said, don't move any of it. They found themselves a home and it'll be good, right? Leave it alone. And he was like, I said, you promised. You said you didn't touch any wood. But anyway, so I stopped around pretty pissed off for a hot minute. Like, always in the back of my head, yeah, I'm fine. Whatever. And then, well, I realized there's no bees. They were not coming out. And I figured, okay, well, the rain or whatever, so I'll see what they left. And I made the dough pin. And I thought, well, I'll just move this wood so I have some place to put the dough's feed and whatnot. So, you know, it's real close and handy. And this looks like an eyesore anyway. It was left there from years ago. So I start cleaning it up and moving all the wood, and then I see like a tail. Blech. And I'm like, ah! So I call over Clyde. I'm like, Clyde, get it. What is it? So he goes after it. And all of a sudden, there's a big old rat. Yeah, he's about like that big. He was a big old sucker. Comes scurrying out. And I'm like, whoa! No, get it. So he gets it, right? And, you know, Clyde to Mama's rescue. Yip. Anyway, so I immediately have him released, and I'm holding it there with a rake. I'm like, right, come, what do I do with this? Where do I put it? And he's like, what happened? And I told him the whole story. Maybe a little less theatrical because I know the ending of the story. So now I'm like, okay, this is what happened, and this is what I'm gonna do. And he's like, okay, well, throw it over yonder, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, okay, well, anyway, we ended up putting it in a bucket because I wasn't going over yonder for a minute. So he said, hey, you might want to be careful. And I said, why? Here comes my sass again. Oh my God. I'm like, why? He's like, there's probably a family in there. I'm like, what in the Sam-tucky or no. And he's like, mark my words. Kind of whatever. So I go through again, moving and shoveling. Sure enough, not one, not two, not three, not four, 5. We have 5 confirmed dead after Clyde and I am like running around and scurrying and chopping and hacking with hose and scooping them up and throw them in this bucket. 2 got away. 1 little one, and I say little, it's like this big, and then 1 bigger one. So anyway, had a bucket full of dead rats, 2 that got away. So I was pretty bummed that I got, you know, they went on the other side of the fence. I can't hop the fence, the neighbor's fence, and be like, hey, I'm gonna go kill a rat for you. No. So I dug through all that wood, dug the ground, and guess what happened? Was it Ryan moving them and they got cold and ran off? I'm not 100% sure. But there is no hive, no nothing. So, moral of the story is, careful of rodents. Yeah, so that kind of sucked. I'm pretty sure that the little rodent family came in and decided, ooh, this is nice and warm, and look, oh, there's grub, nom nom nom, and totally nommed out my bees. Whether they killed the bees, I don't know, because really I can't see underneath a whole bunch of wood. But here mine sit, and yes, I know they're not perfect right now, and I had bumped it, so they're off kilter a bit, and I am going to try for a swarm next season, so season number 4. I told you in the previous video that I had spoke with like one of the gurus of bees, 50 years, Mr. Dallas is his name. Anyway, I'm going to send him some snapshots, and then he's going to come out and give me kind of a what for, and explain some things. So, as hot to trot as I was after Ryan being like, you killed my bees, there goes the handbasket, everything's going to shit, blah blah blah. I didn't actually do that. It's just poop. But I did pout. Like, seriously, I did some serious mean mugging behind his back. And, like, I probably could have stuck my tongue out. I'm not juvenile. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm not proud of it, but I do it. Anyway, so, more of the story. Watch out for rodents. Pay attention to what's going on your homestead. Hence, get a good mouser. Mine is lazy. Matter of fact, there's a lizard in my house, and where do you think she was at? Yes, I said a lizard in my house today, this day. You know where my cat was at? I don't know. She was out still farting around. Felicia. Ugh. Anyway, so that's the bee story. I know, pretty anticlimactic, but it's a lesson. That's why I have a cat. Kind of. I mean, like, that's why I would have a good mouser if I had a good mouser. But I got Felicia instead. She's kind of a misfit like the rest of us. But anyway, God is good and God is faithful. So he led me to Mr. Dallas and will get me a little more educated. And if not, I have to buy bees. I hate buying a queen and a swarm. But by next season, I will. So we all struggle, but give it all to God, right? May love, peace, and blessings fill your whole lives. Keep going, y'all. I believe in you. Okay?